Alright, you two have got some explaining to do. Hey guys, what's going on? RetroGamer here, and welcome back to another review featuring the HaoPaPa video game system Qs7. So, I'm not sure what to say with this thing. This is one of the weirdest yet coolest things I've ever seen for a plug and play. So, I found this on Amazon a while ago. I was looking through the clone consoles and stuff that they have. I was just browsing to see like what's on the market right now. And I came across this thing, and I was like, I have to have this thing. I don't know what it is, if it's something original, if it's a clone console, but I was like, I have to buy this thing. This looks hilarious. What caught my eye was like, this is a plug and play that's in the shell of a boombox. I was like, hey, yo, we gaming out here on the Donkey Kong 64 boombox, my guy? Like, this thing is amazing. Like, this is one of those things you would, like, expect to see on YouTube as, like, a DIY build, you know? But no, this is just, like, a plug and play you can buy on Amazon for, like, $39.99. A little expensive. I think it's a little on the pricey side. However, there's things included that I think justify that. But yeah, this system, really interesting. We're going to get into it. I'm going to show you the games it has. I'm going to show you if it's original, if it's just a clone console. We're going to get into all that. We're going to unbox and everything. And just walk you through it and show you this crazy plug and play. I think it's amazing. So right off the bat, we see, we have Waluigi and Wario. Looks both from the Wii era, I believe. I think this is from Mario Kart Wii. And I don't know if that's from a WarioWare game on the Wii. I don't remember, but yeah, we just have Wario and Waluigi here on the front. HD 365 games. It does indeed have 365 games on here. It says gift just for you. All right, it's just for me. And then, of course, the name on here, HaoPaPa video game system on here, and that says QS7. That's the model number. Down here, it says HD TV output 1080p. I mean, it does have HD output. I don't know if it's a 1080p, but it does have HD for ages 3 and up. So we're good to go, my guy. And then on the side here, just shows everything that's included: the TF card for the games, the cable, the power adapter, and the console itself, and all that. On top, it shows the different colors you can get this in. So you can get this in silver, green, and black. I got it in silver. Green is just too wild, and black I was like, so I did silver. And then the back basically just shows like a schematic of how to set everything up, or I guess how everything is supposed to be plugged in and whatnot. And not much on the other side here. So why don't we just go right into it? We'll open this thing up and just unbox it, give you the full experience. So opening this up, at the top it'll have the operation manual. Not a whole lot to really discuss there isn't anything noteworthy. It just shows you how to plug everything in, and you know, if you have trouble with loading up the games and stuff. The top shows the video game system. It's kind of cool how they have that etched into the cardboard. And then as we get into the actual thing itself here, this is the unit itself. I guess we'll take a look at the little unit itself first. So yeah, this is the boombox. It has its own little handle and stuff, and like, this thing is super cool. None of the other things will really move except these two buttons, because this is for off and on and reset. The little antenna doesn't go up, so a little sad. But yeah, this thing, I was not expecting this. This is the LED light for the power. Players 1 and 2 slots. It's actually built really well. Like, it's actually good build quality. Like, it's light, but like, it's actually built really nice. Like, this thing actually looks like really good for $39. Like, this thing looks pretty good actually. And then on the back here, it's a storage box. Now, it's not going to fit the controllers, but I'm guessing you could put the power cord back here. I mean, I'm not sure what else you're really going to put back there. And you might be able to fit the HDMI back there as well for the cord. But yeah, that's the system itself. And then coming in here, we have not one, but 2 controllers. You don't see that often, I don't think. I mean, maybe you do nowadays with these plug and plays, but I thought it was cool that it came with 2 controllers. I thought that was very good. Also, what you really don't see is this. A lot of times they don't include the power adapter. A lot of times you have to have this prior to buying it. So that was one thing that surprised me. And then if we take out the bottom part, it comes with HDMI and USB-C. This is powered by USB-C. So it's not powered, by the old like micro USB or whatever, and then the HDMI. So that's cool to have another HDMI cord. I thought that was very nice. And let's pull out one of these controllers actually. So interesting to note real quick that this controller is like, the font's in Japanese, which is interesting. It's not Chinese, it's Japanese. And I just thought that was kind of interesting to know. And yeah, as you can see, this is basically just a Super Famicom style controller, but it actually feels really nice. If we can take this plastic off of here and get into it, like, sheesh. It's very white, so it's gonna stand out a lot. These L&Rs click down hard, but everything else actually feels really good. Like, it feels really similar to like an actual Super Famicom controller. The cord here, it looks like the same plug as like an Atari. So I wonder if you could plug it in and actually work on an Atari, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you just have A, B, X, and Y, the start and select D-pad standard. But everything feels really good though. Like, that's the thing, like everything on this plug and play actually feels like quality. Like, this is actually a cool little unit. Like, the build of this thing feels cool, it looks cool. The controllers, it comes with 2 controllers, and like, they feel good. Like, that's the thing, like, they feel good. I'm like, this thing's actually pretty cool. But now since we've seen everything, why don't we plug this thing in and show you some gameplay? Alright, so here it is. We have the unit all hooked up, and here it is. So, unfortunately, this is just an NES clone. I was hoping for something a little more original, going off of the stuff that I saw on Amazon. However, I'm actually not mad about it. Like, actually, this is one of the better NES clones that I've played with. Like, going through all the games, when I've been looking through them, I was like, oh shoot, like, this is actually a good NES clone. Like, there's actually, like, good, legit first-party games on here. Now, yes, you're gonna see some clone games, but from what I've seen, like, a lot of it is actually good first-party titles that, like, I've played and enjoy playing myself. And I was like, oh shoot, like, this is, like, for real. Like, this is the real deal. Like, this is actually good. The one thing that kind of sucks is if you go into a game like Mario, some of the games are sped up. As you can hear, and you can see, some of the games are sped up, but honestly, from playing them, they aren't unplayable. Like, they aren't sped up bad where they're unplayable. Like, it's actually still completely enjoyable. Like, I really don't notice, like, much of a difference to, like, really matter. And that's what gets me. I'm like, this is, like, an actual good plug-and-play system. Like, a good NES clone. Like, I'm having a hard time complaining about it because it's actually fun and enjoyable. If we restart, one of the things that I found while looking through this console, I have to show you this. Going to the shooters, look at this. Look at this masterpiece, Mario in space. I was like, what is Mario in space? And someone literally just modded like Galaga and put Mario characters in it. And this is like one of the best games on here, like hands down. I was like, ain't no way. It's literally Mario in space. I mean, so that's kind of like the things I've seen. Like, a lot of these games I've seen on here aren't clones, but they're just like mods, and a lot of them use Mario for some reason. But I'm not complaining about that. Like, I would much rather play a good game where they modded in Mario than just a really bad bootleg. Like, this is actually one of like the coolest things I've ever seen. Like, this plug and play, I really can't complain too much. Like, yes, it's an NES clone, and you know, it just has NES games where some of them run okay, some of them run perfectly fine, some of them are bootlegs. But like, I can't really complain about that, you know? Like, this is actually one of the coolest things I've seen. But why don't I turn this off and we'll get back to the table and we'll talk a little bit more about it and the last thoughts I have on this system. Alright, so what is my conclusion on this HaoPaPa video game system plug and play? Well, I actually am surprised. I was expecting something really awful. I was expecting an original plug and play with like kids games that were just really terrible. I honestly wasn't expecting an NES clone, but actually it's pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've played some really bad NES clones. I've played some awful ones, man. Some of them are terrible. And this one here really isn't bad. If you were to buy this for a kid, they would not know the difference if some of the games were sped up a little bit or some of them were normal. They're not going to know the difference. If you were to buy this for yourself for nostalgia reasons, I really don't think it's a bad option. I've played some really bad ones, man. I've played some terrible clones. And like, yeah, as I said, like some of the games run a little quicker, but it's not very noticeable. And this thing comes with 2 controllers. It comes with everything you need to hook it up with, the power and everything, the HDMI. It's really nice. Like, I'm not lying to you. Like, this thing is really nice. There aren't a whole lot of bootleg games on here. And like, I thought at first that the price was a little high, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of retracting back because I really think this thing isn't half bad. I mean, if you're on Amazon and you're looking at it, or if you see this review and you're curious, why not just go for it? Like, this thing's actually not bad. Like, I'm actually being like legit. If you want to pick this thing up, then I would say go for it. I recommend it. But guys, that was my review on the HaoPaPa video game system Qs7 plug and play. So guys, from RetroGamer, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys back here with another review. See you guys then.